From MOCs to willow pumps, RVUs to blowouts. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, you're probably a physician mom, and this podcast is definitely for you. Welcome to Stethoscopes and Strollers. I'm Dr. Toya, an OBGYN and coach, and like you, I'm juggling life in scrubs with tantrums and timeouts. Here we get each other on a level no one else can. Conversations will be real and 100% unfiltered, so you might choose to listen while you're alone, or at least put in your AirPods. It's time to feel understood, supported, and a little less alone. Let's get into it. All right. Hello, Doc. We are back for another episode, and today I want to talk about asking. So there are all of these things, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. The worst thing they can say is no. And all of those are true, right? Asking is one of my favorite things to do, but it was definitely a learned skill. I was not as comfortable previously, and I know a lot of women physicians are also just not comfortable asking. But I really want to introduce some new ideas and offer a new perspective about asking. And I want to use one of my new favorite books. It's called Unbound. It is a truly powerful book for women physicians. I recommend that everyone reads it. And the author is Kasia Urbaniak. She also happens to be a dominatrix. Not that that's important, but it's just a fun fact to mention. And I refer to it often now because I feel like it is so relevant for women physicians and physician moms. So in general, we are conditioned to do and figure things out alone, especially in medicine, right? So you don't want to seem needy. You don't want to seem incompetent. Competition is encouraged when you're in medical school, when you're in residency. But I think we would all agree that having and raising children is one of the most meaningful things that you will do, right? Medicine is up there, but having kids is pretty up there as well. So what Kasia says in this book is the idea that we can do anything truly meaningful alone is a misconception and a dangerous one. Nothing meaningful is built without collaboration, and no collaboration exists without conversations, arguments, and agreements. So I really believe that this is true for having a family, for medicine, in really any aspect of life, collaboration over competition all day, every day. And something else we are taught as women physicians, is to not ask. So it could be you have so much as a physician, you shouldn't ask for anything else. You could be afraid to hear no, so you don't even ask. You feel like, I don't want to owe anyone anything, so I won't ask them. Or you don't want to take away from someone else, or you don't want to bother them. But she goes on to say, asking doesn't take away from the people you ask. Instead, it creates new and exciting roles for them. So think about that. Let me give you an example from one of my clients. So say you need somebody to drive your child to and from school, like do pickups. Your mother-in-law is a good option, but you don't want to ask. You feel like you should be able to handle it. You don't want to burden her. She's old, she's busy, all of these things. But what if there's a different story? Because that's really all it is, right? Usually, when we say these things, they are stories we are telling ourselves because we didn't ask and they didn't say. Nobody ever actually said those words. So we make up these stories in our heads. So, what if the story was, instead of a burden, she sees it as a blessing? She can have this role in your life and in your children's lives of being the person that helped mom out when she most needed it. She could be fun grandma that comes and picks them up and goes for ice cream before they go home, or sings fun songs in the car, or just has some quality time with them. She can be helpful to you and feel useful to you, right? All of those are really important roles. And if you think about people in general and human nature, people love being helpful. It is a natural thing. It makes them feel important, especially for an older person that kids are out of the house, they may not be working, and they may not have as much access to their grandchildren, especially when you talk about a mother-in-law. So it is a really powerful way of thinking about asking, especially in this season when you need the help. So don't don't get it twisted. You are not meant to do this alone. Modern day society has normalized this solitude of families that is exacerbated by the demands of medicine. But you were meant to be in community in this time when you have young kids. You were meant to have help from loving family. So ask them. Ask your friends, ask your colleagues, ask for whatever you need from the people in your life. You have no idea how much they will appreciate having that meaningful role in your life. So here is my ask. Please share this episode with another physician mom who needs to hear this message. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on your favorite listening app. It helps others find us too. And I will see you next time on another episode of Stethoscopes and Strollers. And that's a wrap on today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you feel a little more seen and a lot less alone. If you love what you heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop us a 5-star review. They really make a big difference, and it helps other physician moms find us too. And share this episode with your friends. It's all about spreading the support and keeping the conversation going. See you on the next episode of Stethoscopes and Strollers.